Welcome back to the class. Today we will start the new chapter, that is metals and non-metals. Generally, the elements are totally, how many numbers do you know? 118 elements are there so far. So far they discovered 118 elements. Okay. These elements are divided into three groups: metals, non-metals and metalloid. Somebody says noble gas also, it comes under non-metal. Metals, non-metals and metalloids. But in this chapter we study only metals and non-metals. Among 118 elements, 95 elements are metals. Okay, among 118 elements, out of 118 elements, 95 elements are metals. The rest are non-metals. Okay, and 7 are metalloids, remaining are non-metals. Once again tell me, that is 95 elements are metals, 7 are metalloids, the rest are non-metals. Okay, this chapter we study only about the metals and non-metals. The first one is, the first question you got to write is physical properties of metals and non-metals. The first property you have studied already in 7th or 8th standard. Okay, first property is hardness. Who is hard? Metals are very hard, not soft. Most of the metals are very hard, whereas non-metals are soft in nature. Okay, and exceptional first group elements, that is alkali elements. In the periodic table, first group elements are called alkali elements, like lithium, sodium, potassium, gallium, okay, cesium, okay, Ce, gallium, Ga. These all elements are considered to be soft metals. Okay, if you keep in hand like a soap, we can cut with a knife. These elements, these metals, we can cut with a knife. Okay, these are exceptional case. Generally, all the metals are very hard, not soft, whereas non-metals are soft in nature. So we write metals are very hard, non-metals are soft. Exceptional you have to study. Okay, I told you gallium, cesium, these are all soft metals. We can cut with a knife. And second one is, they are generally solids. All metals are generally solids except one metal, that is liquid. That is mercury liquid. Mercury is a liquid. Okay, name the only liquid metal, that is mercury. Okay, metals are solid. Exception you are right. Okay, exception you are right. Exception. What is that? Which is a liquid metal? Mercury. Okay, and whereas non-metals, most of the non-metals are gases. Some are solid, and only one liquid is there, that is bromine. Okay, bromine is a liquid. Generally they are, what type? They may be solid. Sorry, gases are solid, and only one non-metal is there, that is liquid in nature. What is that? Bromine. Okay, exception you have to learn. So here solid, here it may be gases or solid. Okay, gases means O2, H2, N2, these are gases. Solid you can consider carbon, sulfur, okay, phosphorus, these and are solid. Liquid you can say bromine. Liquid non-metal is bromine. Okay, which is brown in color. This exception you have to learn, okay? And not giving you have to learn. Okay, next property is, what is the next property? Luster. Who is having lustrous property? Metals always shine. So who is luster? Who luster? Which elements luster? Whether metals or non-metal? Metals always shows lustrous property. They always shine. The shiny property is called lustrous. Okay. Who is having lustrous property? Metals. Or lustrous. Here not luster. Okay, luster you write. Here not lustrous property. Not having lustrous property. Does not shine. Except diamond. Diamond is made up of carbon. Diamond is made up of carbon. Okay, diamond is made up of carbon which is shiny. Okay, so exception you will learn, that is diamond. And iodine also slightly it shines. Non-metals, mostly all metals having lustrous property, all metals are shiny. Okay, gold, silver, iron, because iron after few days rust, because new one is, when you purchase newly, it shines, all the metal shines. Or you take the iron rod, you rub it with the sandpaper, it shines. Okay, the roughness is due to the rustic corrosion, that will keep it aside. Generally they are having lustrous property, they don't have lustrous property. Next property, malleability. Metals can be beaten into thin sheet. Okay, all the metals, take the metal and beat with a hammer, it can be beaten into thin sheet. Whereas non-metal, if you beat, they are brittle in nature. That is, what is the meaning of brittle? They are broken to small pieces. If non-metals are being beaten, it is broken to small pieces like a powder. Okay, so who is having malleable property? These metals are malleable, non-metals are not malleable. Okay, not malleable. And next property is ductile. What is ductility? Metals can be beaten into thin wire in a long thread like that structure. We can make, because all the cable connection, it is made up of metal, that is copper wire. Yes or no? Because it can be beaten into thin wire. For example, gold is the most malleable metal. Okay, gold and silver, these are the most malleable metals. And ductility property also it is having. Most malleable property, which metal means all the metals are having most malleable property, gold and silver. And ductility, who will have the ductility property? Metals can be beaten to thin wire, whereas non-metal cannot be beaten to thin wire. So ductile, not ductile. Okay. Next property, good conductor. Who conducts electricity, whether metal or non-metal? Metals are good conductor of heat as well as electricity. That's not all the electric connection. It is made up of metals. Because they are having free electrons. Due to free electrons, they conduct electricity. They are good conductor of electricity. Okay. And we do one experiment at last. And electricity also, who conduct electricity? Only metals are good conductor of electricity. And here, best conductor of electricity is copper and silver. Silver, then copper. These two are at the high rate. Okay. Best conductor, they are good conductor. Who is the best conductor? Copper as well as silver. Silver as well as copper. Silver is best. Next here, non-metals, they are generally bad conductor. They don't conduct heat or electricity except graphite. Graphite is a good conductor of electricity, heat and electricity. Okay. So here you write good conductor. Here you write bad conductor. Next one is sonorous. What is sonorous means? Metals, if metals are being beaten, if you beat the metal, it makes a sonorous, it gives a sonorous sound. Whereas non-metal does not give that sound. Okay, bell. In school, bell and all made up of metals, iron metal. Okay, and sometimes alloys also used. Understood? Generally, metals are sonorous, non-metals are not sonorous. The pleasant sound. It is sonorous. it is not sonorous. Understood? And two more activity we have to do to show metals are good conductor of heat as well as metals are good conductor of electricity. We will do the activity. Okay. In class we do. Now I am going to explain. Okay. First you take a stand. Okay. To the stand, one clamp is there. With the help of clamp, you connect one iron rod. With the iron rod is clamped to the stand, fitted to the stand. To the one end of the iron rod, this is iron rod. Okay. To one end of the iron rod, fix wax. You know what is wax? Mobati you say. Wax. Okay. To this wax, one iron nail you fit to this. Okay, iron nail. Okay. What you are going to do to show that metals are good conductor of heat as well as electricity. Here it is a heat. Metals are good conductor of heat. We are going to prove it through the experiment. They will ask you how will you prove that metals are good conductor of heat. You write this activity. Okay, take a stand. To the stand, one clamp is there. With the help of clamp, you fit one iron rod. To the other end of the iron rod, you fit some wax. And also to the wax, you fit one nail. Now you are going to heat it. You are going to heat this side. Okay, the other side you heat the iron rod. While heating, after a few minutes, what happened? Automatically, this nail falls down. What is the reason it will fall down? Because this iron is the best conductor of heat. When you heat this corner, the heat transferred to the other area. The heat is transferred to other end. And other end, what is attached? Wax is attached. Wax is melted and iron also falls down. Understood? This shows that metals are good conductor of heat. The next activity is to show metals are good conductor of electricity. For this, you make a circuit. I know you are well enough knowledge. You are having knowledge how to make the circuit, isn't it? Make a circuit. Fit one battery. To the battery, you connect one bulb. Okay. And here you connect. What you are going to connect? One metal rod. Okay, metal. Okay. What you are going to see when battery is on? Will the bulb close? Do you feel the bulb close? Yes, it close because the electricity pass from this side to this side. So, in middle what you are connected? Middle what you are connected in the circuit? You are connected the metal piece. Okay, metal piece you connected because metal conduct the electricity. So the bulb glows. Okay. So now you connect PVC pipe or any wood. Okay, rubber, wood, anything. Bad conductor you connect it. I am going to take plastic. Okay. And plastic wood. Do you feel that the bulb glows? No, because plastic is a bad conductor of electricity. So the current will not flow. Understood? Understood? These two experiments shows that metals are good conductor of heat as well as electricity. Understood? Okay. The question is physical properties of metals and non-metals. You list out all these points. Okay. That's all today's topic. Thank you.